right, here's the fun part. What to do if and when your flight is canceled? I'm going to go ahead and say that you have 5 options. Number 1, and probably the most useful, is flirting. In a recent survey of business travelers who travel, I think, more than 100,000 miles a year, a majority of the male business travelers said that they have pretended to be gay, flirting with a gate agent in order to get a seat upgrade. A majority of those guys who said that they had said that it was successful. Just putting that out there for the guys, and then for the girls too, letting you know that that works for guys to do that, so also might want to reconsider your strategy there. Other than that, if you don't feel like flirting, the single most helpful phrase of all, this is in a survey of gate agents, is saying, is there anything that you can do? Is there anything you can do? That's extremely important because you're sort of putting yourself at their service and saying, you know, what can you do for me, instead of demanding things. In my experience, that's gotten me a couple upgrades and gotten me out of some tough situations. Really, really important is being an elite frequent flyer. So that's probably your 3rd best option. Remember that not all frequent flyer programs are equal. So you've got Marco Polo, which I think is probably the nicest of all. That's, operated by Cathay Pacific, which is the Hong Kong airline. A friend of mine, his father has, I think, like 4 million lifetime miles in Marco Polo, and he, not his father, but my friend, gets a bottle of champagne every year for his birthday. You know, in addition to upgrades on any Marco Polo or any Cathay affiliated airline anytime he flies. This is because he's related to somebody who's an elite level. Rapid Rewards, on the other hand, is the program that Southwest Airlines operates, and they're very, very excited about advertising the fact that they treat their elite level frequent flyers just like somebody who's flying with them for the first time. You get nothing. So do the math on these, you know, look at the fine print. So for instance, Global Services, which is the elite most united product for frequent flyers, that gives you a guaranteed seat if the flight is sold out, which is really hard to get. If you want to pay full fare, you're guaranteed any United flight anywhere in the world. They'll at least put you on it. Constant upgrades, access to lounges, etc. You should never have more than 3 frequent flyer accounts. What you have here are the major airline alliances. The one on the left is the one that I like. It's Star Alliance. It's the first one. Then you have Oneworld and SkyTeam. If you have a frequent flyer account on any airline in each category, you can earn and redeem miles across all the other airlines in that alliance. None of these lists are conclusive. There's actually like 30 in most of these, but most of them are airlines you haven't heard of. One thing to be really, really careful about is Continental Airlines in a few months is going to drop SkyTeam and become part of Star Alliance, which I'm really, really excited about. So the number 1 best thing you can do if your flight's been canceled is to be a member of Quintessentially. The Black American Express is out. Nobody cares about that anymore. What's next is Quintessentially. In addition to being a credit card, it is essentially elite access to every, not any, but every loyalty program in the world. Every frequent flyer program, every hotel loyalty program, etc. If you have a Quintessentially card and you want to get on a plane, they will gladly kick anybody you want off of that plane and give you their seat. You'll pay for it, but you have the right to do that if you have a Quintessentially card. Do you have one in the back? What? No, in the back there. I see you're nodding. No, okay. If anybody knows anybody who has one, please tell me, because I've never actually. Okay, so there we go.
It's not that expensive, actually.
Really? I've been. Okay.
I mean, it's expensive. It's not like what you think it would be.
Okay. Because I've heard it's a few $1,000s a year, but it's totally worth it. It does come with an just amazing credit card and a personal realtor and concierge, some other things too. But for travel, it's just great. Gives you lounge access to essentially any airport lounge in the world. If you don't want to pay for Quintessentially, or they don't want you, there's something called Priority Pass, which gives you access to a mere like 2,000 airport lounges, and it's like $150 a year. That link's on the handout.